So now to finish off solving linear inequalities, we have linear inequalities with fractions. So way back in 1.1, I don't know if you remember, all of our questions were written like this, right? You had a term divided by 4 plus a term is less or equal to, I guess in 1.1, a term divided by, or something, a numerator divided by 4. And we could see that we were going to multiply every single term by 4, and then the denominators went away. For some reason in 1.5, they switch how they write it to this. Okay, this can still be written like this. So this is x plus 3 divided by 4 plus 2, and then it's 3 times the x plus 8 divided by the 4. So if you prefer to see it written like this, feel free to just change it. Okay, be like, oh, I don't like this. I don't know how to read it. Well, just rewrite it, right? So numerator times this over denominator, same thing, numerator times this over denominator, and rewrite it like that, and then multiply every single term by 4. If you're not daunted by it looking like this, then the process doesn't have to change, and hopefully you can see what to do. So my lowest common denominator is going to be 4. I have 1, 2, 3 terms that need to get multiplied by 4. So I'm going to multiply this term by 4. I'm going to multiply this term by 4, and I'm going to multiply this term by 4. Then that allows me to go 4 divided by 4 is 1, and 4 divided by 4 is 1. I would be left with 1 times x plus 3 plus 4 times the 2 is less than 3 times x plus 8. One thing that I see a lot is that when people do this, they think they have to do 4 divided by 4 and 4 times x plus 3. But if you have 3 times 2 times 1, you don't go 3 times 2 and 3 times 1. If you do 3 times 2, that's taken care of, and then you multiply the answer by 1, which is why we could do 4 divided by 4 takes care of it. I'm left with 1 times x plus 3. So that's the first mistake I see. Second thing is that if you are a creator, right, it is probably easier to see it like this. Put this guy over 1. You could see that this is the only term that needs to get multiplied by 4 over 4, right? Or if you were destroying, maybe you could see that multiplying by 4 better. Totally up to you, but somehow we have to get to this point. Okay, if you can't see it, again, please come and talk to me. Do enough questions until it feels repetitive. Hopefully you've done enough from 1.1 that you're like, Karen, I got this. Just keep talking. So let's go. We're going to simplify by multiplying through. We get x plus 3, and then 4 times 2 is 8. And then I get 3 times x, 3 times 8. Then I'm going to collect like terms. So I get x plus 11 is less than 3x plus 24. And now you get to make your choice. Do you want your x's on the left or the right? So if I don't want to deal with flipping my inequality sign, put your x's on the right. If you're okay with it, put your x's on the left. Maybe pause the video and give this one a go from here. I'm going to go the way of flipping the sign, just so I don't forget how to do it. So I get negative 2x plus 11 is less than 24. I'm going to minus the 11. I get negative 2x is less than 13. And then I'm going to divide both sides by negative 2. And because I divided, I'm going to flip my inequality sign, and I'm going to be left with x is greater than negative 13 halves. So if I was to show that on a graph, again, I just put my number, whatever it is, in the middle. Then it's greater, which is going to be opening to the right, going to positive infinity. It's not equal to, so I'm going to put my rounded bracket, which means that my interval notation would be negative 13 halves to infinity. And again, if you wanted to check, okay, from here you pick something that is greater than negative 6.5. So let's pick 0. That's a nice one to pick. So I've got 1/4 times 0 plus 3 plus 2. Is that less than 3/4 times 0 plus 8? This would be cool. I didn't choose a very nice one there, did I? So I'm going to do 1 divided by 4 times 3 plus 2, so 2.75 Is that less than 3 divided by 4 times 8? 6. Yes, it is. I'm good. All right, so hopefully you feel okay with fractions. I didn't do that many examples here in the hopes that you still remember how to do it from 1.1.